Okay. A modern scientist has no choice. According to the methodology, there can't be a soul. According to the modern science, the modern scientist, it has no choice. There is no soul, according to that. And what I'm writing is a theory of everything, and a consequence of this theory of everything, or a very close consequence. It's like a part of the theory is also that it will prove that there is a soul, and it will be able to bridge this ancient thought of, for example, souls. It's an ancient thought which fell away in the attempt at measure. But anyhow, good news. I can still measure. Like, what I do in this theory of everything is still to approach the modern thought and the modern way of thinking. I will give light to an error in the scientific method. And from this, it's a clear error. The scientific method is incomplete in that measurement isn't everything. But it ties together with something else in a hylomorphic way. And this is the theory of everything that I'm writing. It will prove the existence of the soul. It will, dive into all sort of subjects. And in each iteration of going through a subject, it will become clearer and clearer that the soul exists, and it exists in a union with something else, to, like, from beginning to end, into all existence, or whatever you want to see it as. And I'm not going to reveal this until it's done, and until it's finished, my book about the theory of everything. I will read it I will read half of the book here on YouTube, and that will be well enough for everyone to know that it is valid. So when it comes to evidence, because I also have evidence, evidence is meant to, like, it's meant to prove something, and also prove beyond any doubt. A big claim requires big evidence, and I have that. Even with half of the book, you will be able to draw a conclusion that it is valid. And yeah, like the soul is real, even when seen in a scientific way. It's what I want to show, and it will become clear. Yeah, so it will bring back ancient ideas of hylomorphism of Aristotle, and it will tie that together as an improvement of the scientific method, which I consider to be intellectual laziness when simplifying philosophy. And it's a way to reach results. Like the scientific method is a way to um, to um, how did I put it? I've written it down somewhere. So the scientific method is a way to reach results. Okay, it's a way to measure, and the focus is results. Okay, but the truth is more is more detailed, which is a problem of methodology. The method is wrong. So no one can create a theory of everything until they step away back from the scientific method. And then there it is, hylomorphism. And this is what I'm writing about. And this is, I can't talk too much about it because it is going to be taken from me if I talk too much about it. And of course, it's a big deal. So I think I can say what I've said here, that yeah, like, so the problem is science. Like, there's always this. First of all, there's no problem with science in itself. It's the modern science which is it's a misconception, it's a misunderstanding, it's a form of maybe not laziness, but rather like vanity. The scientific method itself, the modern scientific method is vanity. It is a way to reach results, and the truth is more like Greek philosophy, like mixing that into it, and suddenly we have a theory of everything showing. And what I'm going to do is to I think that what I'm doing here in the theory of everything is to complete what Aristotle started. Okay. I know that's a big claim, but it's a theory of everything, and that's already from the get-go. I'm very serious about this, and it's I know for a fact that it's valid. I see it proven in all areas of observing. I can observe from so many perspectives, and even the modern scientific perspective, I can observe from each and every perspective, and it's valid in every area of observation. And when I see observation, I see it as a rotation around a 3D object. Like, observation is to see from many directions and you see the same thing. That's the truth that you see. And so it is valid, and I will it's like good news. This is good news because finally the soul is no longer dead. The soul is alive, and it will be really hard to argue against what I found, because it is measurable. Okay, it is measurable. I have adapted to modern thinking, and but at the same time I enlighten the error in the more modern scientific method, and from there we from there I am presenting the theory of everything, and not right now, but I will do it. I hope I am you know I'm finished in a while. Okay, but it takes time. It takes time because there are going to be cynics. There are so many intelligent people using all of their mind to just be a cynic, and I actually have to be um, mm, cooperating with the cynics. I have to cooperate. Like, in some way, the cynic has a point, but also, eventually, the cynic hasn't a point. The cynic is wrong, like, eventually. And that's the point that this needs to go. It needs to be also, this is both a simple theory, but it also has an incredible depth in it, of course, because it is um, it's a theory of everything, so it will describe everything. It's supposed to do that, and yeah, you know, it's a really good thing. And once it's finished, my recommendation is to read it from wherever you want to read it, like open the book at a chapter where you want to read it. But also, you can read it from start to finish. It is supposed to, like, it is written in a way like a fractal almost, everything is self-similar here and there. It's the same thing everywhere, and the soul is everywhere, and things are everywhere, or the hylomorphic opposite is everywhere. And um, this is, this is how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be simple, and what I've been doing here is actually very simple. But seeing the meaningfulness in the simple things is the key here. The key is to, like, resolve the riddle of existence, basically like that. And while I do this, I am thinking of the cynic, like, as I said, to a certain degree, the cynic has a point. Like, it's almost like the cynic is, like, angry with, yeah, it's angry with God, of course, right? The cynic is disappointed, right? And so it has to be shown. Something like that. You get it? Okay, so I will be able, I mean, the good thing here is that it's possible to speak the language of the cynic, but while still making a point to everyone else that are not cynics, and so that's great, And it wouldn't be possible if the theory wasn't simple, you know. And it's supposed to be simple. That's one of the way that the simplest, most basic puzzle piece of reality works. The most basic thing has to be simple. It must be. It's according to this Greek philosophy. It has to be like that. When people look for the smallest possible elements, they can't look any further. It stops. Like, when you find the simplest, it stops. That's it. And at the same time, there you go. You have the soul, right? As a consequence. Um, yeah. So, good news. Like, the soul will be proven, not measured directly, because uh, that's that's it, right? You're not supposed to be able to measure it, but in a way you will be able to see it. Anyhow guys, quick video, bye.